Hi guys, welcome back to the Primrose channel. I'm Primrose and this is your space for healing, self-care and rediscovery. After a traumatic life experience, finding yourself again can honestly be one of the most important parts of healing. After losing my sister, I genuinely feel like I went through a process of not really taking care of myself. I stopped doing things that I usually enjoyed doing. So I stopped going to the gym. I stopped taking care of myself. I stopped being more attentive to things that used to bring me joy. And I realized that I needed to kind of like find myself again. I knew that it was going to be very difficult because obviously I had just experienced such a huge traumatic event that it takes a long time to heal and find yourself again. I stopped socializing and I just stopped pouring into myself. Nothing excited me anymore. I had no motivation and I knew getting out of that mental space was not going to be easy. But I knew I had to find a way to heal. And healing didn't happen overnight. I didn't just wake up and feel, oh wow, I feel better now. I can go about my day as I did before. It took time, it took patience. It took me having to sit in my emotions and actually process what I was feeling. I feel like I had to accept that I was in pain. And that's one of the most important ways of healing, is identifying that there's a problem here and actually saying to yourself, like, I'm not okay. Some days were heavier than others, but I gradually started taking small steps to getting to my old self again. And at some point I realized even though my life had changed forever, I still had to kind of continue to move on because that's what she would have wanted, and also that's what I want as well for myself. So sometimes when it comes to healing, you need to tell your mind that you need this for yourself. And once I accepted and identified that, I needed to start to heal and I needed to start to get back to myself, healing started not just to be about moving on, but about finding myself again. It started becoming more about learning how to live in my grief, in my pain, and rediscovering myself. If you've been through something traumatic, I want you to know that self-love and self-care doesn't have to be perfect. Some days self-care just looks like just managing to get out of bed. Self-care just looks like telling yourself something positive or finding one positive thing that makes you want to get out of bed and makes you want to look forward to the next day, the next hour, or even the next 10 minutes. Self-care is drinking water. Self-care is taking deep breaths. I definitely did a lot of deep breaths and I was processing my grief. I would sit in my car and sometimes just the silence of listening to your breath going in and out, literally it used to help me to just turn down a notch of any feelings of anxiety that I might be having, any panic attacks that might want to flare up. So self-care is just about being present with yourself, giving yourself permission to heal, giving yourself time and being patient with yourself. Healing isn't about how fast you can do it or how strong you have to present yourself to the world. Healing is simply showing up for yourself, admitting to yourself that I need help, doing what you can do consistently without feeling guilt. And it's about being kind to yourself. Talk to yourself the way that you talk to your loved one, right? I feel like sometimes it's easier for us to talk with love and with kindness to strangers or people that we love. When it comes to pouring that love into ourselves, sometimes we hardly do that. You don't need to be happy all the time, but I think it's important to allow small moments of joy, to tell yourself that you deserve good things in this life. Over time, you do this little tiny habit. It basically trains your brain, right? To say like, look, you deserve these things, and eventually, bit by bit, your mind will change, your mindset will change about how you feel about yourself, your mindset will change about how you see things or how you show up for yourself. So I think it just starts with tiny habits. Like healing and self-care just starts with tiny little habits that you have to incorporate in your everyday life. Healing isn't about fixing yourself. I think I used to be so hard on myself before. I used to think I need fixing, you know, something is wrong with me. But healing isn't about fixing yourself, because I was never broken to begin with. It's about learning how to love yourself through the journey, learning how to love yourself through pain, through everything that you're experiencing, and just being hopeful that things are going to be okay, because things will be okay. Think back to different issues or moments that you've experienced in your life that you felt like, you know what, this is it now. There's no way out of there. Think back to that time and where you are now. You went through that situation, whatever it was, and you came out of it. Sometimes it's hard to see a way out if everything seems like it's going wrong, if everything seems like it always goes wrong for you. To be able to push through, you need to continue just reminding yourself that you are doing the best that you can, and the best that you can in that moment is enough. And be patient with yourself, be patient with your heart. Honor how far you've come in life, and trust that becoming yourself is the most powerful healing that you could give yourself. If you're also on this path of healing, finding yourself, self-care, just know that you're not alone, and just know that you're doing your best. There's a lot of things that you can do to make sure you're on the right path, or to help you with guidance. Lately, I've been reading books about self-love and being more intentional with myself. I guess these books have also helped me to slow down and just being more present, and has helped me to kind of like reflect different areas of my life where I feel like I still need to grow. And if you're interested in just browsing and seeing these books that I've been reading, I have linked them in the link below. You can browse through and have a look and see if you can be encouraged. I hope this video has helped someone. If you're going through a hard time right now, or if you're just feeling lost, you're probably stuck in a job that you don't like, if you're stuck in a relationship that you don't like, or if your circumstances if your circumstances anyway, if you're just in a space where you feel like you feel stuck, I hope this video has helped you in one way or another. As usual, I'm Primrose. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, please share, and if you have not subscribed yet, please girl, subscribe to this channel. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.